The H1B Guy here, and today the H1B Guy reviews H1B One Workforce Grant Program, a Department of Labor news release. But before we get started, I'd like to ask you, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube. It helps me to produce more content like this for you. I also wanted to mention that the H1B Guy offers consulting services, whether that be one-on-one or one-to-many. I can assist you in any sort of document review, evidence and case review, and overall advice. Where I've found that I benefit individuals most is with peace of mind and bridging the gap between your immigration attorney and your employer. Reach out to me. I'd love to hear how I can help you. Very quietly, late Thursday, September 24, 2020, the U.S. Department of Labor dropped this news release. U.S. Department of Labor announces availability of $150 million to invest in workforce training for key U.S. employment sectors. Quote, the U.S. Department of Labor announced today the availability of $150 million for the H1B One Workforce Grant Program to invest in training for middle to high-skilled H1B occupations within key sectors in the U.S. economy, including information technology and cybersecurity, advanced manufacturing and transportation, to upskill the present workforce and train a new generation of workers to grow future workforce. Let me repeat that. Upskill the present workforce and train a new generation of workers to grow the future workforce. Is the current administration admitting there is actually a skill shortage? This might be a first. They are validating there is a skills shortage without coming out and saying it. The definition of upskill: to teach an employee additional skills. I've discussed the human capital shortage a lot, specifically the highly technical categories, as U.S. institutions aren't graduating enough supply to demand. There are definitely a lot of detractors that disagree with that opinion, but I've witnessed it firsthand. Back to the release. Quote, through local, public-private partnerships, grantees will deploy training to provide individuals in their communities with necessary skills to advance career pathways to employment in middle to high-skilled H-1B occupations within key industry sectors. Training models will include a broad range of classroom and on-the-job training, customized training, incumbent worker training, registered apprenticeship programs, and industry-recognized apprenticeship programs. $150 million for a broad range of classroom and hands-on training as well as apprentice programs. I think this is an excellent concept, but the intention here is completely wrong. If there are employees that want to learn new skills but don't know how to get started, hopefully this program can help them. But to call this the H1B1 Workforce Grant Program is just wrong. H1Bs are not the enemy. They're being labeled as such in this release. Call it the Technology One Workforce Program Grant. Call it Upskill One Workforce Program Grant. Why is the Department of Labor using H1B in the name of this grant when it's directly targeting the removal of H1Bs that are in those roles the grant is intended to replace? Something about that just doesn't sit right with me. It should have been named something else. Back to the news release. Quote, public-private partnerships will leverage resources across federal, state, and local funding streams, as well as from the private sector, to support training, employment services, and supportive services to maximize access to employment opportunities. These partnerships will work toward a coordinated approach to preparing a skilled workforce within an economic region. All applicants must demonstrate that they are leveraging at least 25% of the total amount of grant funds requested. The following 4 types of organizations qualify as eligible lead applicants: business-related nonprofit organizations, such as industry and trade associations, and organizations functioning as workforce intermediary for the express purpose of serving an industry. Education and training providers, including community colleges and other community-based organizations, for-profit educational and training institutions. Entities involved in administering the public workforce system established under the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act, and economic development agencies. Eligible participants served through this grant program must be at least 17 years old and not currently enrolled in secondary school within a local education agency. Among the individuals eligible to receive training, those of interest include unemployed and underemployed individuals seeking full-time employment, incumbent workers needing to update or upskill to retain employment or advance into middle to high-skilled positions, veterans, military spouses, and transitioning service members will receive priority of service. Again, let me be clear. This is a good thing. We need to get more training with current and relevant skills to those that are unemployed, underemployed, or looking to advance their careers. I'm all for providing training and education to veterans and their spouses. I'm also all for providing our high school graduates with better career counseling and access to more career targeted education and training. And then finally, the news release closes with, quote, the mission of the Department of Labor is to foster, promote, and develop the welfare of wage earners, job seekers, and retirees of the United States, improve working conditions, advance opportunities for profitable employment, and assure work-related benefits and rights. Yes, the Department of Labor mission is exactly what we need. Foster, promote, and develop. But what we also need to do is give more power back to the employees. Right now, employers have all the power. They just do. But the Department of Labor should have used the grant as an opportunity to promote positivity and titled the grant something much more appropriate without propping up the H-1B visa and using it as a crutch to garner attention. That's just not right. For the full post, check out the H1BGuy.com. And if you haven't already, I'd like to ask you to please like this video, please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube, and click the bell for notifications. If you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch my content. I really appreciate it. The H1B Guy, your global source for all things H1B.